So blood flows from the body into the heart from the veins. After the blood flows in from the body, in the veins, the arterial vena cava, it flows in, and also through the posterior vena cava into the right atrium. So blood from the right atrium here leaves through the atrioventricular valve, which is here, these little flaps, to the right ventricle, which is here, and this is the second chamber.
The atrioventricular valve stops the blood from coming back into the arteries, and the blood is pumped out through the semilunar valve and out through the pulmonary arteries into the lungs.
So the deoxygenated blood that flows into the lungs, which lungs would be here, they get oxygen from the lungs, and then they are carried back through the pulmonary veins, and then they enter here, which is the left atrium of the heart. And then here they enter through from the atrioventricular valve, and the flaps, they open and close as to not let out any of the blood here or let any more here. And so then the blood flows in here to the left ventricle from the atrioventricular valve, and in there into the semilunar valve once again, and then here it flows in through the aorta, where it is distributed throughout the body.
In systolic pressure, the blood pressure is high because the heart is pumping the blood through the arteries into the body. When measuring blood pressure, the systolic is the first sound and the diastolic is the last when the heart is not contracted anymore, like in the systolic pressure. And the diastolic is when the heart is relaxed and the blood flows back from the vein up into the heart again. So you first pull the sleeve up to the patient's arm, and near where you can find the artery corresponds to the one on the sleeve, and firmly but not too tight wrap it around the person's arm. Make sure that this is closed, and then you would put this where the artery should be located, under the sleeve. Have this in your ear and pump up until 200. Then you would slowly release this so that you can hear the first systolic pressure, and that's your first sound. And then it should stop at around 80, and that's your diastolic pressure. Usually this takes up to 1 minute. So for hers, it stopped at 120. It started at 120, which is the systolic pressure, and then at 80 it stopped, which is the diastolic, when the heart rests and it's not contracted anymore.
So the capillaries, they rupture, and then it causes blood clots because things can come in through the ruptured areas like cholesterol, and it causes like a blockage. So then it makes a clot in your vein or artery. So then, if the systolic number, the 120/80, if it appears higher than that when you're taking your blood pressure, that means that you have high blood pressure.